Well, we should be getting things going at some point soon. You should be able to join game. Great. Okay. So it looks like all of the players are in. My scene is already on the correct one, which is perfect. And we're going to get this game underway. Hopefully Royal makes it, but if not, hello Royal's Twitch chat. I'm Blaze, currently live on a different channel. But here we go, Clarky and Winfall of the kickoff. Siliyuki going to try and go for a follow-up here. Sonic getting a decent touch on that in the end. Ball onto the backboard. Siliyuki going to find Blakos in the midfield. And Sonic going to try and clear this one away. Clarky up in the midfield, going to look for a pass towards the inside of Blakos, and his teammates are stacking up now. Blakos playing carefully, faking out one, and demoed on the goal line. It's a decent clear away by Little E-Bear. Is he going to try and push this one down the field? Great touch there by Blakos. Sonic's going to try and follow, so is Siliyuki. Pops it high. Winfall stuck on the goal line. Clarky's up as Winfall gets a good clear away as E-Bear goes for another quick shot, and Winfall falls on that one. Blakos looking to hit this one up the field. Siliyuki going to cut that one out in the midfield. Sonic hitting out to the side where he can only find Siliyuki. I don't know why this is still playing. Little E-Bear's up, going to try and go for a shot here. Sonic gets that one off the backboard. Literally lining up our RAE Imperial Innovators in the early stages. Flicks over Little E-Bear, going to pick up the corner boost. Maybe try and look to start an SCR counter-attack as that ball goes into midfield. You got Winfall waiting. It's a good save by Forever, but that ball's going to bounce high onto the left-hand side of the pitch, and E-Bear and Sonic taking a 50, and that ball's going to fall into path of Winfall, who finds Clarky. He's going to try and hit this one forward, and Blakos a little bit awkward as Siliyuki's there in the midfield, going to go for a quick shot, and Winfall clears this one to the side. Not bad control there as Winfall tries to get a touch on it. Sonic hits this one down the field, not the best touch out into the midfield, but going to find his teammate Siliyuki. He's going to try and go for something here, taking 50 on the goal line. Winfall looking to clear this one up the field, and it's cut out and then cut out again as Sonic's your last man back as he hits this one down the field. Clarky's stuck in the corner. Sonic, decent control by him, looking to hit this one out into the midfield. Can't quite manage it. It falls onto Blakos at the near post. He's going to try and go for a shot, and Little E-Bear is covering, and Winfall's there. Sonic's going to try and follow, goes low, and he can't guide that one home, and Blakos going to be there to collect it. It's a big clear there by Clarky. Sonic looking to try and keep this one close to him as that ball falls a little bit awkwardly into the midfield. That ball's going to bounce for Clarky out into the midfield, and E-Bear's going to follow it, and that's to the backboard. Waiting on the goal line though. It's a great shot by E-Bear, and a bit too hesitant from SCR there on the goal line. Clarky and Blakos going to 50 this one in the midfield. Ball's onto the backboard. Sonic looking to try and follow this. Decent 50 by Clarky there. And Blake cuts that out. Going to fall down the left-hand side of the pitch. Siliyuki a little bit awkward in the midfield. Winfall going to try and 50 this into the midfield, but it's good defense from him as Sonic plays that one into the danger area as Blakos got no boost and it wasn't on target. Luckily, so it wasn't punished. But it's a good 50 by Winfall. Going to push this one down the field. E-Bear bumping his own teammate as it goes for a double touch, go wide of the goal. Blake's the only one who's going to be able to put this back into the midfield. Good touch by him. eBay's awkward. Blake was might be able to get a second touch here. Platinum edgeable, double touch almost, but couldn't quite manage it as this one goes down the field high to the bat ball. Winfall looking to cut this one out. Sonic can't make it and Clarkey going to slot that one away. Sonic looking to hit this one down the field. That's going to go towards the backboard. Blakos high to the corner. Good touch into the midfield for him. It's a little bit awkward. Gets bumped in the process. Clarkey going to play it fine. Blake. Eve trying to follow this one up. Can't get a second touch on it though as Winfall hits towards the side. Suliyuki's there. Sonic a little bit awkward. Clarkey down the field. Winfall clears that one high. Clarkey gets a touch on it as well. Falls nicely for Suliyuki. He's going to try and go for something here as Blake clears deep. eBay gets a good double touch. Challenged early by Sonic. Sonic looking to try and go for something, maybe a bump or something, but couldn't manage it. Good control by Suliyuki. Gets a bump on Winfall though. And goes up towards the corner. Winfall hitting this one in towards the midfield. Down it goes. Sonic going to take full control of this as Clarkey gets a great challenge to dispossess Sonic there. Suliyuki touches that one towards the side. Sonic can't get a bump. Winfall hard towards the sidewall. That's a massive challenge by Clarkey as that ball goes towards the backboard. And Blake will get a touch on Eva and Yuki going to follow it up. Big 50 in the midfield. That's cleared away. Eventually, just look at the amount of boost RAE have versus SCR. Totally incomparable. It's a good shot by Blakos, but it's a great save. And that's the demo. And that ball's falling into the midfield, but there's no SCR follow. That ball's going to go back down the field. Massive pinch to the right-hand side of the pitch. Sonic can't get anything on that. Winfall and Blakos are the two men back. Blakos gets a necessary touch on it as Winfall going to follow this one up. Sonic takes a 50. Winfall going to try and go for a pinch with Blakos maybe. That ball's into the midfield, pretty loose. Winfall gets demoed. That ball's going to go down, and RAE Imperial Innovators will take game one. And you can just see how prevalent some of these attacking plays were from RAE. 3 demos to 1. Fine for the one I want. Great, it's time to wait for you to leave that one. I think we're remaking the game. Oh, you've gone into intermission screen. That's perfectly fine. Hello.
Hello.
I'm not lonely anymore. It's the first time all day we've actually been able to speak to someone.
That's right. For the first time. Okay, anyways, how are you? What a game for game 1. Wow.
Yeah, very dominant there from RAE. You can't discredit the offensive nature of their gameplay. Obviously putting on so much pressure and so many demos on the SCL team. It's just so hard to play against. But yes, I'm looking forward to game 2. Is everybody in? No, we only have the RAE team in here right now.
Ray, get it together.
Well, they asked to remake the lobby.
Okay. Valid then.
I might just... Yeah.
You want me?
I've pinged them. Okay, cool. We're getting going. Apologies for the technical difficulty stream. Somebody was lagging, so gotta make do. RAE 2-0 in the first game, and I believe we're waiting for somebody to click spectate.
Super exciting game number 2. Clarky taking the kickoff, sent over to Sonics. Eber with the catch, turning it around. Windfall and defense going for the challenge as Windfall takes possession, trying to get it out. Clarky challenges him, sending it off the ceiling, going center, and it's a shot saved by Blake.
Windfall looking to clear this one out. Clarky a little bit awkward as Blakos puts some pressure on him, and that ball might fall down into the midfield as Eber's getting bumped out of the way. Windfall's the last one there. Is Sonic going to get a shot off? It's not on target, and that might leave the net wide open as it's an absolute kerfuffle in the centre of the field, and Blakos eventually pinches out.
Sully with the shot saved by Windfall as he clears it out. Shot not quite on target. Sullyuki to finish the play.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of that aggression that we saw in the first game. So maybe a bit lackluster defensive work there from the SCR lot, but obviously you can't discredit the amount of force and pressure that this RAE team puts on when they push forward into some of those offensive positions. As Clarky clears this one really, really high, that might fall down into the midfield. He's going to try and go for a double touch, gets it, and Windfall can't make it, and it's 2-0.
We're barely over the minute mark in game number 2. We still got 3 minutes 57 seconds with a lead of 2 for RAE, bringing us to kickoff number 3. We got Windfall and Sullyuki going for it. Windfall takes it, sends it over to Clarky as he clears it out to the backboard. It's a shot. That should have been a registered save, but ball's back in the corners. It gets sent out. Eber with the shot, little too high. Sonic is there.
Sonic, decent control by him. That's a good challenge by Clarky, though, as the only person back is Windfall. And a massive demo there. Once again, we're seeing the physical nature of this RAE team out on display. Just sending every man forward one after the other, making it so hard. With good chain dash there from Windfall to get this one past the central defender. It's a great clearance out to the side, but Sonic was waiting, and Blake was there in the midfield. And Sullyuki might have to deal with this one on his own with no boost. And now we might see SCR try and push up and create some problems of their own.
They are relentless on offense right now. Definitely bringing the heat. Clarky is gonna clear it all the way down towards their goal, and Blake has a response, sends it all the way back. A shot saved by Eber. Off the wall, back to Blake, up and over Clarky. Sullyuki as third man takes the challenge, gets past 2. And a nice little pass over Clarky, sends it to the corner. Eber trying to follow it up. Blake does get a touch. In comes Sully to the backboard yet again, and the ball gets sent back to the corners. It gets sent out by Windfall. It's almost set up for SCR as Blake goes to take a shot. Not quite the power he wanted on that one. They are still managing to maintain possession and keep it on RAE's side of the field.
Yeah, we just see RAE having a lot more control with the ball in some of those offensive positions as well, and especially in some of the defensive positions as well. We've seen SCR boom the ball out a little bit, not really holding onto it and gaining control, and it's just allowing so much pressure to be put forward. As we're seeing some of that now as Clarky looking for his teammate in the midfield. It's dealt with well by Sonic, but it's not out completely as Blakos and Windfall bumping into each other. Definitely a lack of communication there as Eber and his own teammate pinched that up, and that might find its way in. But somehow Blakos has been given the credit for that. huge defensive blunder.
Great shot from SCR, putting them on the board, bringing us to a 2-1 game, 1 minute 48 seconds. As SCR takes a kickoff, eBear sends it back to their side. Sonic with a great touch mid-air. Windfall with the follow-up. In comes Sully with the challenge. SCR still wins that. Over to Blake with the shot. It's slow going, and it's sent out by eBear from the backboard. In comes Windfall.
No rocks in the purse for Blake there.
Yeah. A great pass by Blake over to Windfall. Not quite on target though. Sonic with the turn, and it's cleared out by Clarky.
That's another good shot there. Only just sent wide. As Saliki going to try and follow that one, but he's been sent further than the ball on that pinch. He's going to try and go for another touch here back towards his teammate. Windfall was very awkward. Sonic not in a great place to challenge for this, but ends up getting a decent one anyway. Blakos doing something in the net. I'm not entirely sure what, but that ball's going to roll in front of the goal. And that's still... did you just see him driving around the goal? Is that just me? It's a good save by Sonic. Windfall going to try and let's get something on. It's a great touch by Clarky into the midfield. Both of the players are lining up.
Shot!
That's the goal.
What a great setup. Pass center by Clarky, eBear, and Sully. Although a double commit, it works out for them as it goes in the net. We now have a 3-1 game. Imperial Innovators still in the lead. At 39 seconds, Sonic taking kickoff, popping it up, and Windfall follows it. Gets one little soft touch, actually stopping the momentum. Perfect for Sully Yuki to clear out over to Sonic, who sends it back to his corner. Blake with the follow-up sends it center, and it's sent out by Clarky. eBear with a wall pinch sends it downfield as he follows it up. Tries to take a shot, set up for Sully, and it's an own goal in the net.
So gut-wrenching when you're in that position. The ball's just bouncing around the goal. You don't really know what to do. Saliyuki puts it wide, and Blakos just can't read that whatsoever. Maybe he needs to rotate a little bit wider, but something needs to change for this SCR team. But RAE can just keep doing what they're doing, and they're getting success from it, and it's 4-1, so that's the 6th kickoff this game. Windfall going to follow this one up, trying to look for Sonic towards the midfield, leaves it for Sonic. Sonic to the back ball where Clarky's waiting, and you can't fault the positional prowess of this RAE team, as Blakos going to try and beat out one player. Saliyuki can't get that one on goal, but puts it down, and that's 2-0 now.
What a game.
Here's a fun statistic. Every single team that's played today, there have been a sweep. So I'd be curious to see if that trend continues in this game.
Ooh. Very interesting.
Yeah, obviously the game before this we saw the victors who are going to go to the final, which was Team Darkside versus Parallax Sense. That was a 4-0 win in the game for Team Darkside. And the game before that it was Tom of the Tank Engine. Sorry, my bad. Tom of the Toaster versus SCR Sonic, who are seeing feature again for the 2nd time today. Obviously trying to do something, trying to get a win today, but it's not looking likely how they're playing right now. I know they were in a scrim before this, but I'd be curious to see some more link-up plays and some more defensive, like being a bit more defensively solid, I think.
Yeah. I hear you on that one. Let's see if things actually get turned around this time, or if RAE's just gonna take game 3. And here we go, our first kickoff sent to the wall. eBear taking it down, Windfall trying to stick with it. Nice challenge from eBear, sends it to the other side. Blake gets a touch, sends it back to mid, and I'm lagging. That's what's happening.
Server diff. eBear into the midfield. Sonic clears this one very, very deep. Windfall going for that, but it's a great challenge, and that ball's going to fall into the midfield, and Sonic just booms it away, and this is what I'm talking about. They're just giving away possession a little bit too easy. We might see that cause them some more problems, because they're under pressure once again, and Clarky going to look to follow this one up. Good touch towards the midfield. Sonic's a little bit awkward, going to try and stay with that one, but Saliyuki just clears it away straight into the goal. And they're just being given possession at every turn, and it's so hard to put pressure on when your opponent has the ball. And SCR finding it out the hard way, but RAE looking incredibly offensive.
Just like games 1 and 2. But let's see, SCR turning it around, trying to take that shot. Sully with a shutdown. As Blake comes in, stops the momentum and grabs a demo, taking out Clarky. And Eber gets the clear. It's an open net. What a shot!
Once again, just giving away possession so easy. And obviously the demo on, I'm not entirely sure who the demo is, and I think it's on Blakos, but it opens up so much space that it's just causing them so many problems.
Yeah.
Good challenge by Sonic. Blakos looking to go for Sunning here. Clarky covering that front post well, looking to push this one upfield, and that's going to be a good touch to catch Windfall off guard, but Blakos managing to recover that on the backboard, and Suliyuki might be able to do something with this. It's an unfortunate double commit there for Ray. That ball's going to bounce out into the midfield. Sonic hits one forward towards Blakos. Blakos gets a 50. Windfall's there in the midfield looking for a shot. Not the strongest shot, and Blakos can't get a 50 to send that one home. And Sonic's low boost, and SCR they had one boost at one point there between the three of them. Unfortunately, they can't split it, but I'm pretty sure they would have liked to.
Might have helped, but it's all good. Blake does get the turnaround. A shot saved by Clarky as he sends that out. Windfall gets a touch, clearing it to the corner. Eber faking out Blake. Windfall with the follow-up. Clarky with a small touch. Sonic with the turn. Eber goes up using the last of his boost and actually makes a connection with the ball. Follow-up by Eber himself again. Open net. That's just in.
We're seeing it every single time. They're putting on so much pressure that they're not allowing this SCR team to create solid touches and to be able to push this ball up the field, and it's just causing them so many issues. But credit where credit's due to this RAE team. You know, you have to be in the right position to be able to score some of these shots, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. As Suliyuki might go for something, it's got one to the backboard with another. Blakos is awkward. That's not a bad touch for the follow-up, but not goalwards, and that ball's high. Sonic's not got the boost for it. Clarky might find us off the backboard read. Eber's going to miss that. Windfall can't go for a touch in the midfield here. Sonic just patiently waiting in the midfield for something to happen, but there's just so much pressure as Windfall might be able to get a clear on that, but Eber going to be the one to cut that out.
Blake with a great touch on defense, gets the clear, sends it downfield. And it gets sent over to Eber as he sends it right towards the net. Windfall with a great save. Sonic with the follow-up. Can't get past Clarky as he sends it to the other corner. And Blake gets a small touch, sends it center. Sonic with the pickup. As it goes off the ceiling, Clarky is there. A bouncing play now. Eber with a touch, keeping it active. And Blake with the clear.
Clarky gonna have full possession of this one, looking for a pass infield to Eber. Gets that pass beautifully, but Blakos cuts it out, and Suliyuki giving him no time to even think. As Eber puts this one towards the backboard, and Clarky trying to follow it up. But Windfall covering that well. Gonna try and do something of his own now. Beats out one. Double touch opportunity for him. Missing that on target, but finds Sonic after a beautiful touch. And it's a magnificent save from Clarky over the crossbar. But the pressure is still not let up as Clarky has to clear that one towards the corner. And that's a massive pitch towards the midfield. I don't know where that one's going. Blake was going to try and follow it. Cleared away by Suliyuki.
Windfall with a small touch, gets past Clarky, takes the challenge by Sully. Still trying to go downfield. Eber with the steal, goes for the shot, and it's saved away by Sonic. As he continues over to the other side of the field, Sully with a touch. Windfall getting in the way, turning it around just a little bit, and Clarky is not letting it get any further. As he sets it up, up goes Eber. It's a little wide of the net, just outside. Sully is there trying to get that center as well, and Clarky's getting bombed. SCR trying to turn it around, get it off at their side of the field, but no luck there.
Huge skim there. Just sending the ball straight in towards the corner, but it works out well for Ray as the ball's just going to bounce around. They've got time to burn. They're 3-0 up. SCR don't have this sort of they don't have this luxury of being able to try and let up on pressure, and it's causing defensive errors and offensive ones, like a double commit we've just seen as Sonic tries to find a play into the midfield, and Blake gets a bump, but it's just not enough. But that ball's going to find its way down from Clarkie's touch in the midfield, and RAE will take game 3. And maybe there is some sort of streamer curse going on right now, because this is on for a sweep, and SCR have to reverse sweep to do something, but credits to Clarkie, those stats are incredible.
We got 13 shots coming from RAE and only 5 coming from SCR. While they have 5 saves over on SCR and 5 saves on RAE actually, so equal defense that got registered.
Yeah, but I think obviously if you look at if we're looking at statistics just as a base, obviously the amount of pressure that Saku had versus RAE was insignificant. I mean, if we look at, I'm not sure if you have the statistic, but if we look at the amount of touches, Sonic had 41, then the next highest was 37 from Clarkie, and then it's 30, 30, 25, 27. So touches aren't too dissimilar, but so RAE clearly doing something, like they're definitely putting on more pressure with their touches than this SCR team. But if there's one thing I know is that these guys don't give up, so there's definitely still more Rocket League to play yet. Although I don't know what's going on, but the players aren't joining the game. I think we're waiting. Game crash. Okay. Seems like Sonic's getting distracted by the commentator girl. I don't know who this is, but he's been on smoke with Sonic the entire game. The first thing he put in here was, I bet $100 against Sonic.
Ain't that something?
That's the funniest comment I've seen so far.
Top tier, keep it coming.
Absolutely, keep them coming. We quite enjoy a laugh. It looks like the game's gonna go ahead though, so I'll let you kick off game 4.
Perfect. Now that we're all back, we can actually do that. Alrighty, kickoff number 1. Oxtane taking it, and as it gets sent back center, it's set up for eBear off the backboard. Oxtane is sending it out. Soliyuki with the steal. Sonic's not letting it go center as he sends it out towards mid. Clarkie getting in the way, wide of the net. Sully with a challenge just past eBear. Oxtane taking the shot. Clarkie with a save. Sends it to the corner. No follow-up. Another shot by Sonic. Can't quite land it. Oxtane trying to take that shot as it gets cleared away. Sonic turning it around. Windfall with a touch. Setting it up for Sonic. Taking the shot. Saved by Clarkie once again. eBear with the follow-up defense as he takes it off the ceiling. Turns it into a bouncing play. Offsetting Sonic a little bit. Trying to get a read on it as the sent back. There's the read. Clarkie with the turnaround on it though. Can't quite get the center touch as eBear takes control. Gets it center. Sully trying to keep up with it. Takes it to the corner. Bouncing center and Windfall gets the clear.
Seems like SCR made a very offensive substitution in this second game by swapping out Blakos for Oxtane. But you know, it might work out well for them. We've seen it so far. They haven't conceded an early goal in this game yet. Touch wood. Oh, it's a great touch by Clarkie to find Soliyuki. It's the commentator's curse. I need to stop talking. What a pass from Clarkie right there into the midfield. And Soliyuki just dimes it. But SCR definitely putting on a little bit more pressure this game and holding onto that ball a little bit more, but it hasn't worked out so far.
Let's see what happens here. Sully takes the shot off the backboard as it gets sent out. Clarkie in possession. Gets a nice shot. eBear almost with the redirect there. Sully trying to do the same thing off of eBear's setup. I'm loving these setups from RAE. The centers, the passing plays, the chemistry that they're absolutely showing here. This is great. We love to see that.
Yeah, there's definitely more teamwork going on that side of the field than on the orange side. There's a demo somewhere, I think. Ball cleared away to the side. Oxlade a little bit awkward. Gets a touch on it anyway, but it's going to fall nicely in the midfield. Winfall getting a touch on it to dispossess one, but Clarkey comes flying in. And Winfall gets another touch and looking for the forward touch that Oxlade, and this ball going to bounce down. eBay can't read it. That this ball might be sent into the midfield, but it's beat out by eBay. What a touch from him. Soliyuki punches that one towards the side. Clarkey gonna flick it over one. Good control by him, looking to try and pass it into the midfield for a teammate. A good defense from Connix there. Oxlade, I do apologize. Necessary as Winfall taps that one down the field. Oh, this could be dangerous though. It's a good shot on target. And unfortunately sent low and hard and was easily saved.
Bucky with a great turnaround, taking the challenge from Sonic, and it's just a shot.
It's just so open. Winfall, no boost for himself. Oxlade, once again, 0 boost there as well. Sonic, the only person with any boost in the late stage of that game, but RAE just have so much forward pressure. And Oxlade clears this one down the field. Clarkey clears this one high into the midfield. Sonic can't reach it. Winfall going to go for it. Sonic might play for a second touch. We're going to leave it for Winfall as he beats out one, but Clarkey's waiting in the corner. The spread of this RAE team is just so thick. They've got players everywhere, and that's not the best touch from Sonic either, putting Winfall under pressure, and that's going to go wide. And you've got a player jumping in that really, really early, and Oxlade needed to clear that one away, but Clarkey's not letting up, and Winfall trying to beat out one, gets a 50 with one. That's off the ceiling. That's from Basis to the midfield. It's awkward again. And it's going to fall to Soliyuki. He's going to play patiently. And we know how effective he is offensively. It's good control by him, beating out Oxlade, and Winfall looking to try and clear this one away. And does just that.
Just outside the net. Almost in. Oxlade with a great shot as Beaver sends it down the field. And stop it. Still going all the way towards the net. Great save. Beaver once again stopping the momentum. Picked up by the ball. Sonic with the tactical fake. Giving it for Beaver. Getting the double. It's not quite in. Clarkey trying to do the same thing. Doesn't even get the double touch. Ellie with the turnaround. Third time could be the charm here. Sonic swipes it away from him though. And Clarkey pops it up. It's a shot saved by Winfall. And it gets sent to the left corner. Eber on the attack yet again. Sonic on defense, getting that bicycle kick save as he takes it downfield. Air dribble could just be in, and it is.
Beautiful double touch there from Sonic. Sorry.
Go for it.
Literally, Eber just been caught off guard by that second hard touch, reading the underside of the crossbar bounce and just landing perfectly on his car. SCR need to get another goal in 17 seconds. Or this game could be over for them.
Right here, right now for SCR. Sonic takes it, sends it back to his side of the net. Could be a dangerous play. Turns out to be.
I think that might spell the death of this series. Clarkey putting on so much pressure, and Clarkey and Yuki have been linking up this entire game. SCR had to throw the kitchen sink at it to get 2 goals in 4 seconds. It'd take an absolute miracle, but credit to this RAE team, played absolutely out of their minds. The teamwork that they have showed in this series cannot be understated. I wouldn't be surprised if there were some Team Darkside players watching this game just to keep an eye on their opposition and see how they play, but yeah, we've seen very similar things. Clarkey absolutely dominating in that midfield, and obviously the offensive pressure from him. And every single game today has been a 4-0 sweep.
That's crazy. I'm glad we were on the winning side of that, but still just crazy stats.
Yeah, you know, it's been a very fun day of passing, and now I actually go get to play some games of my own.
That's right.
But yeah, we'll play to both teams. Obviously, SCR tried to change it up in the second phase of that game. Unfortunately, couldn't get anything out of it, but you know what, they didn't give up. They tried different things, but RAE was just, yeah, they were just too flexible today to be able to be dealt with that easily.
Oh yeah, they shut it down real quick. Did not let too many goals by them. But yeah, RAE playing very, very well today. Same with SCR. They tried their absolute best. I mean, they made it this far into semifinals, so they should be happy about that. It is unfortunate that they will be knocked down. But congratulations to RAE, Imperial Innovators, on the win and moving forward into the playoffs.
Yeah, an excellent, excellent semi-finals to be able to watch and to be able to cast. Obviously, my organisation has come off the worst of it, but we will be seeing them in the third place playoffs. So don't think it's the last you've heard from this lot. I think they will be back. I think they're gonna come back for vengeance. Maybe a bit of blood, maybe in a higher tier. Who knows what's gonna happen? Obviously, only the future can tell. But it's been a pleasure to be able to cast with you. So thank you for the invite.
Of course, thanks for casting. Saving everything here today. I greatly appreciate that, and I'm so glad that we got to cast together. I mean, we've been very involved with the games and everything else in ZCL the last couple of weeks, so I'm excited I actually got a co-cast from it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if you ever want to co-cast, so hit me up.
Got you. Thank you so much, but you guys have a great morning, evening, afternoon, or night wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and stay royal. Big shout out to Blaze here coming out, casting, having a good time, and helping showcase what these two teams have left for this series.
Looking forward to seeing you guys come out to watch the next games and whatnot, and obviously best of luck to RAE in the finals. If I'm not casting, I will be watching.
Yes. Can't wait to see you there. But have a good one, everyone.